she up. I'm used to the winning, it's nothing to us. She on my back, now she got a crush. She popping them pills, they give her a rush. I'm pulling the hair, I bought it, so what? Back in the air, I caught it, so what? Glock up under your seat. Bitch how long and the ass on fleek. My bitch hair red like a Hellcat key. Don't know what
What's the deal? It's the boy duanemclean at duanemcleantv, here to give you guys a Drake Illuminati breakdown part 1. I don't know how many parts the series is going to be. Kind of stuffed a lot in the part 1 that wasn't supposed to be there, but as I kept going, I'm like, I gotta add this so this right here can make sense, and I gotta add that so this can make sense. I'm sure there's going to be a part 2, most definitely going to be a part 2. But yeah, man, I'm thinking it might be a part 3, maybe a part 4. But you know, Drake's going to continue to put out stuff, and you know, who knows, man? 2025, there might be a Drake Illuminati breakdown part 10. But yeah, man, we're going to be talking about Drake, and in this series on part 1, we're going to be basically focusing on the Certified Boy Lover album cover and his affiliation with 666. And I'm also going to dabble in on his OVO, I think his OVO record label, clothing line, wherever he has, and show how it's connected to the occult. Now, Drake is probably, I'll say he's in the top 5 Illuminati power structure in hip hop. I would say he's probably number 2 behind Jay-Z. That's another video I want to do, top 5. Who has the most Illuminati power? I don't know. I want to dibble a dab in that conversation, but I personally do think Drake is one of the guys who's up there just by looking at his symbolism, how he had his career. Y'all gotta look, guys. Drake has been consistently in the charts for the past 10 years, since 2009, since the So Far Gone Out mixtape came out. This guy came from Degrassi, a corny show. It seemed like nobody ever even brings up the fact that this dude played in a soap opera for his entire teenage life. I personally think Drake is another MK Ultra child. If you don't know what an MK Ultra child is, basically just teenagers or kids who was brought up through MK Ultra. They were brought up to and born and raised to do this. Like your Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, they all started from the Nickelodeon Mickey Mouse Club. Shia LaBeouf, a lot of those stars did. So Drake is not any different. But first, let's get to this breakdown. Let's start looking at this Certified Boy Lover or Certified Lover Boy album cover. Clear as day, you can see the 666. And Drake has a very infatuation with 6. I don't know why you guys want to fall for the fact he said he calls Toronto the 6. I spoke to some people in Toronto, you know, I got subs everywhere. They told me they never start calling us Toronto the 6 until Drake started calling it that. You know, Drake has multiple songs where he calls himself the 6 God, 6 this and 6 that. But if you look at that Certified Lover Boy, you just look at the font. I don't even know what type of font that is. I purposely think they did that, all right? Now, if you look at that, you see the 666. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down how 666 is connected to the occult, how 666 is connected to Aleister Crowley, and that Drake is purposely using this shit to let you guys know that he's down with the occult and he's down with the boys, all right? Now, Drake even yelled out 666 on multiple songs, you know, so I'm going to play a few of the audio clips that I grabbed. I'm not going to play the whole song, but just listen to this little sound bite where he had a little guy in the background saying 66666, and y'all let him get away with it. I remember I used to hear this on the radio. I'm like, nobody gonna check Drake for having 666 yelled in his songs, because y'all think this man's really saying 6 is for Toronto. Nobody ever called Toronto the 6, bro. Nobody never did that. Now, if you from Toronto, you have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not from there. People told me that. So if you have, you know, my apologies. I'm not from there. But y'all listen to these sound bites.
I'm off this, man. I'm off this, man.
Now, I heard that clear as day. That's off the song Energy. He was basically referring to the evil energy that he serves. I told you guys 2 energies: a positive energy and an evil energy, and they access this evil energy through Baphomet and ritualistic and occultic teachings. All right, now 666 is derived from the Bible. It appears in the book of Revelations and a few other ones. Here's just the excerpt of the scripture. Let me just give me a chance to read this off you guys. And it states, "And he causes all, the small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free man and the slaves, to be given the mark on the right hand or on their forehead. And he provides that one will be able to buy or to sell, except one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number on his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for the number is that of man, and his number is 666. Sorry for the little hiccup. You know, I was like, man, am I reading that wrong? I definitely want to go back and re-record. It's late. But yeah, man, that's where that number derives from the book of Revelations. And if you guys really start digging deep on that number, you start learning about it and reading about it, which is what I did, they really were talking about Nero. And they used to use the mark of the beast basically back around that time where you couldn't buy, sell, or trade. And like I told you guys, these same people who are running the world are using the same exact playbook that was used in the past. And Nero, this guy here, was a very sick, twisted man. They called him the beast. He was a very evil person, and that's where it came from. And a lot of people like Aleister Crowley, who we'll be talking about next, adopted this moniker or the name, the Beast 666, from the Bible. But that when you dissect the word 666 from the Bible, they're really talking about Nero in that time period. But here is Aleister Crowley. You know, he asked, somebody wrote like a book of like his autobiography, basically talking about him. He called himself the Beast 666. So you have this occultic leader who a lot of people idolize, Aleister Crowley, associating his name with 666. Now, if you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, please pause this video and go look him up. I can do a separate video upon Aleister Crowley myself. Haven't got around to it. We're talking about Drake right now. But yeah, Aleister Crowley called himself the Beast. He took that term from the Bible, you know, because the beast is referring to the Antichrist. Like I said, back in those times, they was talking about Nero. But yeah, to today's definition, is about the Antichrist. So we got this guy, Aleister Crowley, using 666. Drake using 666. Clear as day in his songs. All right, here's Aleister Crowley's signature. He even signed his name as Baphomet in one of his books. And you see there at the bottom of that B is a 6. He actually has a 666 in that name. If you look at that B, there's a 666 in it. All right. Now I have a side-by-side picture of the Certified Boy Lover album cover and the Baphomet signature. Look at the B in that Baphomet signature. You see it clear as day, 666. If you look at the Certified Boy Lover album cover, you see a 666 clear as day. All right, it's not a game. These guys not playing. These guys are worshiping this deity, Baphomet, and they doing a very, very discreet job doing it right in front of your faces, okay, where they're worshiping this demon, Baphomet. Now, here's Drake doing the same exact stance as Baphomet. It's clear as day that he was mimicking the Baphomet, even throwing up the devil horns, all right? Even throwing up the devil horns. So you guys peep that. He's doing the Baphomet sign and throwing up the devil horns. Look at the shirt, though. His shirt has the owl on it. And I want you guys to pay close attention to it because that owl is going to lead to the next topic. And ironically, the owl is a symbol of Drake's clothing line, or whatever brand this is of Drake's, OVO. All right. OVO is synonymous with the occultic group OTO. All right. And we'll get to that next. And I really just think that it's very funny that he had to use an owl for this. Now, this occultic group that is supposed to be copying, the OTO, this OTO originated from the Golden Dawn. And one of the main members of this group, OTO, was Aleister Crowley, one of the famous occultic leaders. Now, OTO stands for Ordo Templi Orientis, all right? Order of the Temple of the East, or Order of Oriental Templars, all right? So there you have this like connected to the Knights of Templars. Now, if you look at the very bottom of this paragraph, you see it says English author and occultist Aleister Crowley is the best known and most influential member of the order. Now, guys, Aleister Crowley was once known as the evilest man on the earth. This is the same guy who I was talking about earlier, who did his signature as Baphomet, who called himself the Beast. You know, this guy right here was said to have drinking blood out of baby skulls. He practicing all types of sex magic. He's probably one of the leaders or forefathers of all this occultic knowledge and people practicing these occultic traditions. All right. Now, Drake is basically copying OTO with his OVO brand. All right. When I first seen it and I put the connection, I'm like, one letter off. That right there, this right here is the logo of the OTO. Now, I just wanted to have this paragraph here to show you that Aleister Crowley was very connected to the OTO order, or the Order Templi Orientis. All right, so not too much I want to read here. I want you, just for the next slide, I want you guys to pay close attention to that, where it said, which was called Mysteria Mystica Maxima. Okay, and you can pause the video and read this excerpt. You know, you're probably much going to get yourself confused reading it. So my advice is to go to Wikipedia, type in OTO, or just type in OTO or just the name Order Templi Orientis in Google and start reading, you know, different, websites about it. IlluminatiWatcher.com has a very good section about Aleister Crowley, so I guess you guys can check that out. But just see that part right there in the middle where it says MMM, and you see the OT. Now it's going to connect to the next slide I show you. Now here is Drake with LeBron James, okay? And he's rocking his OVO and throwing up this 666. All right, you see that hand sign he's throwing up. Now look in the background, the backdrop behind him. You see the M and the OTO. All right, that right there, I caught this mid-fly making this video. You see the M and the OTO with Drake with the OVO throwing up the 666. I'm pretty sure that right there is a logo for something else, but I am almost certain that they put that there strategically and took a picture. And we're going to break down later on in this video why they like to do some things symbolically, okay? And why they do all these, signs and symbols and stuff. But I don't think it was a coincidence that we were just reading about OTO. It had the MMM, so you had the M, OTO. And when you look at this picture with Drake and LeBron James, you look in the background, you see M, and you see a logo. It has OTO clear as day inside of it. All right. So Drake is always showing love to the code. Like I said, I think it's Drake, LeBron James, then Kanye West, or Jay-Z, then Kanye West. I think Jay-Z is probably above LeBron in the Illuminati power. So it's Jay-Z, LeBron, then Drake, then Kanye West, then fourth can be whatever. All right, now this is just an image of Drake rocking the OVO clothing line, the clothing brand. All right. Now, I'm sure Drake is deep with the order. He's deep in this occultic magic just by looking at all the symbolism alone. All right, so I put a little collage together so you guys can start seeing the resemblance of everything and how everything's connected. Here you see Drake, he's always throwing up the triangle, always throwing up the eye, and you look in the Order of Templars, their logo, it has the eye of Providence symbol. His logo already has the eye. Drake does a lot of symbolism throughout it. Now, I found this tweet by Nick Hinton. I don't know if he's somebody who does this on the regular, like far as his woke stuff. This tweet was in 2019. I just wanted to put this in the video so you can go follow him on Twitter. Shouts out to Nick Hinton. All right, and it says, ever wonder where Drake got Six God and OVO from? Saturn. He's a sellout to the system. The owl is Moloch, god of child sacrifice. All right. Once you start digging deep on Owl and Moloch, you come to realize that they're basically two different entities, but somehow throughout history, they got connected. I've been trying to look up how they got connected, how the Owl got connected to Moloch. But basically, the Owl is representation of Saturn, and Saturn is AKA Satan, and the bull and the goat is all connected to Saturn. So Saturn, the deity, was breaking down as just multiple separate deities. Like I said, guys, go to IlluminatiWatcher.com. I think it's .com. Just type in Illuminati Watcher in Google. This is an excerpt from that website. You can also go down to check at the bottom. It says Richard Caruso Casaro.com. Okay. It says the owl is connected to magic because Native Americans and African both use it as a symbolism for magic, prophecy, divination, and protection from evil spirits. Some believe that the owl carries messages back and forth between the netherworld and ours. All right. And Native Americans and Africans are the same thing. That's some history you guys really start studying, that black people was like the original man all over the world. And they basically gave us like a watered down version of the Native American Indian instead of just saying, hey, they were black people as well. But that's besides the point. Just had to throw that in there. That's just a message. You can go look that up. But I'm just trying to give you guys reasons on why the owl is associated and why they use the owl in like occultic magic. Now, I got this information from like a Zodiac website. Can't remember what it was exactly. It says that in animal symbolism, Saturn historically governed snakes, keyword snakes, mice, foxes, dragons, and nocturnal birds of prey such as the owl. It is interesting to note that the owl is commonly misunderstood as a symbol of death. This fallacy might have originated from its ancient association with Saturn. You see, Saturn is supposed to be associated with death, Father Time, a lot of things come from Saturn, you know, and the word Satan derives from Saturn. All the gods and everybody we talk about are basically just the planets. They're all just the planets made up in stories, okay? And each one of these planets give off certain energies, all right? Now, they've been worshiping Moloch for years. This is a picture of Moloch and the owl. This is one of the famous pictures I like to use. They've been worshiping Moloch for years, even back in the Israel times. If you're a Bible head, you read into the Bible, they talk about how the people in Israel would sacrifice their children to Moloch, all right? Now, there's a group called the Bohemian Grove, and Alex Jones actually recorded this. This is actual footage of some very rich, powerful men like Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, the Bilderbergs. They go here to this Bohemian Grove and they dress up in these little hooded suits and they practice a fake child sacrifice. And sometimes some people rumored that they actually do sacrifice children to the owl god. Now you see that stone, that is supposed to be an owl. Okay, now this right here is another symbol that I found where the owl and the bull is connected, or the owl and the horned goat. This is actually at a Texas college, and I just think it's ironic that they use the longhorns for, that's what Texas, that's their symbol, and then they put the owl with it. I think it's just ironic that they did that. I'm pretty sure it's not by coincidence that owl and that bull is connected like that at that university. I'm pretty sure these people was deep into, the occult as well. This bull and this owl is everywhere. All right, this owl worship, this goat worship, this Moloch worship is everywhere. It's deep, and Drake is probably one of the forefathers from it. All right, now I'm just showing you guys this image, showing you that this can't be a coincidence that they seem to put this owl and this bull, and then you have this picture of Moloch and this owl together. All right, now while I did some research a while ago, there's this One Eye and the Owl HBU takeover. All right, now the number 7 is also a sacred number. There's a picture of George W. Bush Jr. rocking 77 on his hat. My apologies, it was George W. Bush Sr. caught with the 77 on his hat. Now it says, note that the 77 on the hat, a number known by occultists, thanks to Aleister Crowley's Liberal Odds or Book 77. So that number 7 on that Owl's jersey that we just looked at, that's not by coincidence, okay? And George W. Bush and a lot of the other politicians are all big occultists in the game. That's why you see all these rappers and everybody else they're big occultists as well. They are down with it. So back to this image, I don't think it's ironic that there's this cartoon online where it's a owl and a pyramid hanging out together, and the owl has number 7 on it. All right, so we seen in the Order of those shows logo, it had like a bird in the all-seeing eye. Going through all this information on the owl, so you guys can know that it's not a coincidence that Drake used the owl for his OVO brand, okay, aka OTO. All right, it's connected to the Order. Now it's my job to also break down other scenarios where the owl has popped up, either tatted on celebrities or ironically placed on $1. It gets crazy how much we see this owl pop up through our history. All right, so that's the point of these Illuminati breakdowns. We're actually breaking down these artists one by one, you know what I'm saying? All the way to the ground, you know what I'm saying? So let's move on to Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has the tattoo of the owl on his arm. This dude even said, I think like an interview or something, that he said that it's supposed to symbolize something that you ain't even supposed to know about. Now, I couldn't find that video, but moving forward, here's an owl on a handout of the Bavarian Illuminati, all right? So this is like a branch of the Illuminati, and there you can see that there's an owl and a snake on the handout that they used to pass out. This is the actual handout that they used, all right? Now, here's the image that you can find. You can just pull out your dollar bill, and if you look very closely, you're probably gonna need a magnifying glass, that there's an owl tucked away in the dollar bill. The dollar bill is full of Freemasonic symbolism, all right? This country was founded by Freemasons, and it's ran by Freemasons. Now, this is the owl. If you look at like outside, I think it's like the White House. If you zoom down on it, you will see that it's shapes of an owl. Now, there's a lot of these images out here. Now, if you do an overview, you will see like a shape. I think there's like a butterfly. There's like a pentagram in one of them. I just want to use this one to show you that I personally do think that this is the White House. And you will see like the triangle, the pyramid, and you also see the owl. Now, this is the same owl that I showed you earlier from the Bohemian Grove, but this is just a daytime picture of it, okay? I know it does look like a rock, but that is supposed to be the shape or supposed to symbolize an owl. If you see how it's shaped, no, it doesn't have eyes or anything, but if you look at the head, and the beak, the shoulders are supposed to be the wings. That right there signifies the owl that they go out and worship at the Bohemian Grove. This right here is also the seal outside of the Bohemian Grove, or at least I think this is where it's at. I know the seal is somewhere very important where a lot of rich people meet at. This is another paragraph that I found while I was on the IlluminatiWatcher.com. They had, like I said, they have a good section about Moloch and the owl. And it says this, here's why I say that. In Hebrew, Moloch means king and Baal means master or owner. In Greek, Archon means to rule. The rulers of this world, the kings, Moloch, or masters, and Baal are the top 1%, or the 1%, or the top 1%, I'm sorry. The most elite who control all industries of energy, entertainment, and media, also known as the Illuminati. So they use the word Moloch because it means king, Baal because it means master, and they worship these entities, all right? And the Archons, they are supposed to be the reptilian race that came here and ran the planet. You know, they run the planet. I personally think that it's all shouting out Saturn. Is there a reptilian race that runs this world? Maybe. I personally do think that there is a reptilian or some type of beings from a different dimension here to wreak havoc on the planet. So let's move forward. And it says that the Archons are shape-shifting reptilians who believe they can rule the masses. They are what formed the Illuminati. When we see satanic imagery in music videos and films, it's a subliminal message to the masses, while at the same time a sign to each other, members of the Illuminati who understands this esoteric language. So like I said earlier in the video, that they use all this subliminal imagery in these rap music for other members of the Illuminati to understand this esoteric language. It's basically letting people know, you know, that they're down with them boys. You know, they use these symbolism to put things in our minds subconsciously. A lot of our actions that we do and act on are already subconsciously placed in our mind. Confucius had a line where he said that he who controls images controls the minds, okay? And these Archons, these shape-shifting reptilians, I personally do believe they're here. They're starting to show their colors. We didn't see a few people, you know, show their true colors like a shape-shift on TV. So I personally do believe these reptilians are ruling the world. Now, on Drake's album, Take Care, he was front and center with a golden owl, all right? He was paying homage to his master, to the deities. When I first seen this, I knew that Drake was deep in the occult and probably does a lot of occultic magic, which can explain why he's been lasting so long in hip-hop and why they give him all the hits, all right? Now, we got to get back to the Certified Boy Lover. I meant the Certified Lover Boy album. And I want to finish the topic of 666 to where we can start looking at different artists, different celebrities who threw up the 666 hand sign and how frequent that hand sign is shown. And I also want to show you that Drake actually snuck the 666 logo in one of his previous albums. On the album, if you're reading this, It's Too Late, he actually snuck the 666 in. If you look at the two, those are actually two sixes. And if you look at the "your" at the top, it's 6. There's a 6 on that's supposed to be the O. And if you look at that hand sign, supposedly two prayer hands and the number 6. So he's praying to the 6 god, aka Moloch, aka Baphomet. All right, so that's why you see those prayer hands with the 666. Now this is the image upside down, and that album dropped on Friday the 13th. So you can see there when you flip the image upside down, you can see the 666. And like I said, man, Drake is really down with them boys, man. And I don't know how people in hip hop let him slide. We have a complete open devil worship. I think a lot of these artists are openly worshiping the devil, but nobody never ever harped on Drake's, you know, tale about it. Now, other companies have snuck 666 into their, you know, their logos and their brands. Here's Disney. You can actually find this place. I think this is at Disney World. Clear as day, you can see the 666 there. All right. So we have a company that is out here pushing images and art forms out to children, and they're subliminally putting Illuminati symbolism throughout all those videos and movies that they put out. And they clearly have the 666. And I don't think nobody even really cares. People are still going to have the Disney Plus app, and they're going to still watch the movies. All right, now, if you look at Walt Disney's signature, I think he purposely signed this signature. And Walt Disney can get an Illuminati breakdown on him. I don't know if that's highly requested, but I could do an Illuminati breakdown. I pretty much have unlimited content because everybody throughout history was down with them boys in some way or fashion, all right? Now, here's just some information that I found. I think it's like a meme. I wanted to just, you know, add this in the video. Don't know who created it, so shouts out to the creator. It says Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Freemason, which is true. Walt Disney was a Satanist, which is true. Walt Disney was a trafficker. Allegedly, there's really no stamps on it, but I believe that to be true. Disney has an elite club called 33, which is true as well. Disney logo has 666. Disney is a front for trafficking, which I believe as well. Disney is a location for MK Ultra programming, which is true because I just showed you the image earlier where it had Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera, all four who were MK Ultra assets, and they all came from the Mickey Mouse Club, which is a Disney program. Just want to re-show you this image of the Mickey Mouse Club and show you how many stars that it produced. Now, Britney Spears had a breakdown and Christina Aguilera had a breakdown. All four of them are MK Ultra assets, MK Ultra children. Even Amanda Bynes, Shia LaBeouf, Orlando Brown, all those people who had breakdowns came from Disney, okay? Now, here's an image of Drake throwing up the 666. Now, I'm about to show you guys a few celebrities throwing the 666 hand sign up. And I don't want to hear nobody saying that they down with them bloods and they throwing bees high. These guys are not throwing bees high. It's clear as day that these celebrities are worshiping something. Drake throws this 666 hand sign up all the time. Now, we all know Drake is one of the top 5 softest niggas, at least he come off as. I think Drake is a true killer. But he comes off as this soft, pussy ass, you know what I'm saying, type of guy. And he's not throwing this 666 sign up to be gang related, okay? He's clearly paying homage to the occult, all right? To the 666, to the Aleister Crowleys, to the, the OTOs of the world. Like I said, guys, I personally think Drake is down with them boys, and he throws his 666 hand sign up as much as he can, okay? Now, here's an image of Drake doing the one-eye symbolism. I think on part 2, we're going to really dive into all the hand signs that Drake throws up and the symbolism that he does, outside of the 666 hand sign, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of the images of him doing one of the many images of him doing the one-eye symbolism. Now, this is Drake posting in front of this bull. I wonder why this picture's here. I'm pretty sure he's paying homage to the Baphomet. Drake ain't no goddamn deer hunter. I'm pretty sure he was in a cabin. If he was in a cabin, I'm pretty sure he took this picture on purpose. None of y'all, look, there's too much evidence in this video. None of you guys in the comments can argue with me that Drake is not part of the Illuminati. He's part of the Illuminati, plain and simple, all right? You guys can probably try to argue this image. All right, here's another image of Drake throwing the 666 up with a Bob Marley shirt on. And wasn't I doing a video on Bob Marley? I don't know, subscribe to the Patreon to check that out. But like I said, guys, this image right here alone with the all-seeing eye with the 6 around it, clear as day, paying homage to the picture that he showed earlier. Now, is that a coincidence? The eye and the 6, the one-eye symbolism, the 666 over the eye that plenty other celebrities do. There's plenty of celebrities that got caught throwing the 666 over the eye. Now, this is Big Fat Ass with the 666 on his shirt. He was another guy down with them boys. He even had a crew, his team, Junior Mafia. They were supposed to be like the 666 something, but you see the whole crew rocking the 666. Big was another guy who was down with them boys, who was a Freemason as well. We're going to hop on his train today. He's on the the hit list for the year, all right? So we will have a breakdown on Big. Here's another image of Biggie Smalls with the 666. You see the group rocking the 666. You know what I'm saying? So here's an image of some type of politician throwing up the hand sign that letting you guys know she's down with the occult. I'm pretty sure this was not a coincidence. This symbol was even thrown up, you know what I'm saying? I think like white power or something like that. This right here is like they used on the front of this movie cover. I think it's I don't know who it is. Some stupid ass movie. Just know they use a 666 hand sign. E40 did it a lot, popping his collar. I personally never thought E40 was because how wack he is, but for him to stay relevant, I'm sure he's down with them boys. Here's Jay-Z and Beyonce throwing the devil horns up in the 666. This right here is not coincidental. If this right here is not a way to let you guys know they're down in the Illuminati, I don't know what is. All right, here's Mr. T. I don't personally think Mr. T's down with him, but there might be a reason. I'm pretty sure somebody else told him to throw this hand sign up. But yeah, Mr. T might have got down with them boys. We all know CeeLo Green down with him. CeeLo Green, like I said, y'all got unlimited videos. I can literally do an Illuminati breakdown on everybody, even Denzel Washington. Now, this picture, I want you guys to pay close attention. This right here is 666 all over it. Look to the left of his hand. It says 66 great looks that define it. And I hinted on my Instagram, follow me, duanemcleantv on Instagram if you haven't. I hinted on there that I would do a Denzel Washington Illuminati breakdown. Like I said, I don't think it's a coincidence that it had 66 with Denzel throwing it the 666 hand sign. I'm pretty sure they did this on purpose, all right? They be trying to get away with shit. This right here is Aretha Franklin throwing at the 666 hand sign. She was down with them boys. Now, Aretha Franklin was buried in a golden coffin. If you don't know what the golden coffin means, it means that they were down with them boys, all right? Even George Floyd was buried in a golden coffin, all right? They like to send off their members in these golden caskets. So when y'all see that, just know that when you see somebody getting buried in a golden casket, that they down with them boys. This right is Toni Braxton, or whatever, she's a man, throwing at the 666. Yeah, Toni Braxton's a man, y'all. She ain't no female. That's a dude, bro. This is another celebrity throwing at the 666. I don't know who this lady is, some white woman. But you see clear as day, she's doing the 666 with the eye in it. The same symbol that Drake was using for his album cover. Or the cover for his single, whatever. But look, that's not a coincidence. 666 over the eye. Now that white bitch ain't a blood. She's not throwing bees high. So I don't want to hear nobody saying that Drake used that symbol clear as day because he's down with the occult. This is Eddie Murphy as well doing the 666 hand sign. All right, he's another one I can do an Illuminati breakdown. I'm gonna find a lot of things about you, Eddie. Oprah, clear as day, she's worshiping the occult or paying homage, throwing the 666 hand sign up. All right, this right here is my second image of Beyonce throwing the 666 hand sign up again. All right, she's not a blood. Why she's caught so many times throwing this hand sign up? This is Elvis Presley doing it. Elvis was down with him. Some people say Elvis is still alive. I personally think he is. There's a group of white dudes. I don't know what band this is. They're doing the 666 over the eye as well. That white dude is not a blood. And another dude was throwing up the devil horns over his head. All right. So guys, these guys are not throwing up no gang signs. Clear as day, they paying homage to the occult and letting you know they're down with them boys. Look at all these people throwing the 666 over the eye. What was Drake's symbol that he was using for the Summer 16, whatever, Six God album, whatever that cover was, that's associated with Drake? The 6 with the eye in it. All right? Now, it's clear as day that Drake is down with them boys. He's throwing at the 666 hand sign. He's throwing at the occult, all that good stuff. All right? Now, let's get into a deeper meaning behind the word or the term certified lover boy. And if you flip it, it just stands for certified boy lover. All right. If this right here is going to be an excerpt, I'm going to show you guys an excerpt that's from the FBI CIA website. All right. When they was doing some digging up some dirt and found out the symbols of the pedophiles. All right. Now this comes from the FBI website. Anybody can look this up. This right here is the images, and it breaks down the definitions of each symbol behind, that the pedophiles like to use in their little circles or, behind closed doors. All right, now it says, look at the boy lover logo, that little spiral, that's the boy lover logo. I think it's very ironic that Drake has an album called Lover Boy, and there's a pedophile logo called the Boy Lover logo. Now, if you look at that spiral, it makes a 6. Are you guys following me? Are you following me? It makes a 6. And shouts out to Professor Griff. I got that from Professor Griff. But are you guys keeping up with the boy Dwayne McClain? The spiral for the pedophile logo is basically a 6. What if Drake been throwing up the entire time a 6? They like to use child sex for the magic, and those teachings are coming from Aleister Crowley. All right. Now, you can pause this and read this if you want. You can go on the FBI investigation website, look this up, read about the logos. I can do a separate video on these logos. There's a lot of videos I need to be making. And at the rate I'm going, man, I got to pick up the pace. And I apologize, y'all, but I'm working and I'm trying to get these videos out as quick as I can, man. So be patient with me, bear with me. But I'm just trying to use this image to let you guys know that's why that 666 keep popping up. If you look at that spiral, it's 666 inside of it. It's a 6, and it makes another 6 and another 6. All right. And I just think it's very, very ironic that there is a logo that pedophiles use that says boy lover, and Drake drops an album that says lover boy. All right. Now, I have to start getting into Drake's Betty boy behavior. He is a boy lover. All right. Now, Drake once had an artist signed to his label named I Love McConan. I think that's his name. Clear as day, everybody knew that dude was gay, man. I'm pretty sure that this dude probably sucked a dick or two to get down with Drake. Now, this Drake hugged up on this guy. Now, I don't want to say you're gay by association. I don't want to put that on anybody, because if you're hanging with a gay person, that means you're gay. Nah. But for this scenario, we all know how guys in Hollywood get down. We all know what they're up to, and we all know that that's what they like to do. All right. So I'm pretty sure I Love McConan being gay on his team, Drake got down with I Love McConan. All right. Now, while making this video, I found some images of I Love McConan. I don't want to keep saying I just call him Mac. All right. We found some images of Mac with where he had a few images of him holding these type of animals. He had a picture of him holding a chicken, and I want you guys to guess the next picture. Just guess. He was caught taking a picture with a goat or a lamb or something. I think that's a goat. I think it's a goat. Anyways, I'm pretty sure these pictures was taken strategically. I'm pretty sure he was letting you guys know that he's about to do a sacrifice. A lot of these celebrities be sacrificing these animals behind closed doors. I'm pretty sure Mac was the same way. Now, this is an image of Drake hugged up with some white dude. It gets worse. There's going to be an image where Drake is seen with a guy, and his head is between his lap. This is a real picture. That's not Photoshop. This picture was taken a long time ago, so it does not have the best, you know what I'm saying, pixels. You know, it ain't no 1080p, but that is actually Drake with a dude head in his lap. Now, this is a real picture. This ain't Photoshop. You can look this up. And I don't want nobody saying how they were joking. Grown men don't joke like that. I think Drake was like 21, 22, 23. Once you're over the age of 18, if you're 18, I can understand your brain ain't fully developed, so you probably will joke that way. So I'll give you a pass, even though you shouldn't be getting a pass. But once you 21, 25, 23, you grown straight men don't play like that, all right? That's gay. Now, here's Drake doing some more Batty Boy stuff. This is a grown man. He's like 25 right here, 24, hugged up in a dude's lap. Straight men do not take pictures like this. Drake be talking about like he the hardest. Drake, you be doing some weird stuff, my dude. You be doing some weird stuff, man. Like, I don't know. All right. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this next video clip and tell me if it's zesty or not. All right. Let me know if it's, I think it's a little zesty. It's a little zesty.
Minnesota asks, who has been your favorite artist to work with and why?
Oh, I have to say, I can't say one person. I gotta say, yeah, I gotta say there's three people that I have to say. Well, me and Jay have like the greatest relationship, so every time we work, it's always fun. No matter what we're doing, music or just shows or whatever, we have a phenomenal relationship. So I love working with Jay. In the studio, the greatest experience I had was with Alicia Keys. She made it so comfortable for me to be there. Just, you know, I was a little intimidated and overwhelmed, and she just made me feel right at home. And we came up with a great song, which is Unthinkable, the song that's out right now. And Wayne is my favorite person to work with, though, because it's just, ooh, little Wayne, he's just too good.
You got to give Wayne the love.
He's just too good.
Drake,
it's just
thank
too good.
you so much.
Thank you.
And viewers, thank you for all of your great questions. Drake's album, Thank Me Later, comes out June 15th.
Yeah, that video was kind of zesty. Drake was acting, you know, very suspect in that video, that interview, whatever you want to call it. Now, this freeze frame is funny. I'm pretty sure people just made a joke of it. I'm pretty sure the cameraman, they work these angles on purpose. These, like I said, they do things symbolically. Maybe Drake was trying to send you guys a message. It was just him lifting weights and there's a guy spotting him. But I just think this freeze frame is funny. Now, this next image I'm going to show you is not a freeze frame. This is actually a picture of young Drake hugged up on a guy. Now, like I said earlier, when they're young, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, you probably get a pass, but I don't remember hugging up on nobody like that when I was a kid. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're playing in this picture. I don't think this is a joke. You know, I think they was doing some zesty stuff his entire life. So you got pictures of when you was 14 to a grown man hugging and leaning on guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, if you in high school and you joking around, maybe it might be a joke. All right, maybe I can give, I'll be fair and say, hey, it's a joke. But he has multiple images of him laid up on men, and he's been doing this his entire life. So I think this younger picture of him is very zesty. And if you guys know, Hollywood is notorious for touching on little boys. And I want you guys to pay close attention. You see that dummy they're holding onto? It's throwing up the devil horn sign. So I'm pretty sure this picture was taken strategically. Then you know these guys are all about to do some wild shit. So that dummy with the throwing of the devil horns, Drake hugged up on the other little boy, his legs crossed like that. I think the boy been feminine his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is a joke. The guy been hugging on men from adolescent to a grown man. All right. So let's move forward. This is Drake doing some zesty stuff with LeBron. I think LeBron probably got him. He's another one of those handlers. A lot of those guys use gay sex magic as a way, you know, a lot of them practice gay sex magic. If you're practicing Aleister Crowley's teachings, they practice gay sex magic. Now, I don't know if this image is Photoshop, but this is Drake in the Weeknd, very close. I don't know if it's Photoshop, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna take it with a grain of salt. Now, Drake has plenty of images where he's hanging out with Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, he be trying to hide the fact that he down on boys and that, you know, that he goes down on boys. But Odell Beckham is zesty. He has plenty of multiple images and plenty of videos where he did some zesty stuff on camera, all right? Drake even put him in his latest video. So Drake and Odell, they are very, very close friends, all right? So I'm pretty sure they both be going down on each other, going down on boys. And we're going to do just a brief, you know what I'm saying, catch up on Odell, showing y'all that, you know, the man is mad suspect, all right? After you watch this, there's no doubt.
And when I get that feeling, I won't stop the killing. And when I get that feeling, I won't stop the killing.
Now, I don't know what y'all saw, but it looked like Justin Bieber was giving Odell top in the club. Like I told y'all, Odell is zesty. Now, Drake was even sitting beside this man in the hospital room like his wife, all right? And look at this picture. They are both throwing up the devil horns and the 666. And I wouldn't be the hood Illuminati, man, if I didn't show y'all the images of other moments and scenarios where people were caught throwing up the devil horns and the 666 simultaneously. All right? I showed you guys an image earlier with Beyonce and Jay-Z doing it. So just let me go through a few images showing y'all that these guys took this picture on purpose and strategically, and a lot of these celebrities take pictures like this, letting you know that they're down with them boys. Now, just going back, this is Jay-Z and Beyonce throwing the devil horns and the 666 up, just like Drake and Odell Beckham. And I gotta go with the goddamn baby. The Pampers even had the goddamn baby throwing up devil horns and the 666 in the commercial. Damn, the damn baby too. This is Rick James and Eddie Murphy throwing up the 666. And I've been finding some things out about you too, Rick James. Rick James was down with them boys too, y'all. It hurt my feelings to find that out. The Beatles, this picture right here is real famous for showing up the 666 and the devil horn sign. A lot of people have been catching on like, hey, why they throwing his hand sign up, all right? The next image is going to be YNW Melly throwing up the 666 and the devil horns, and I think he has a beer bond for the catch to come later on, but he took that picture on purpose. This is Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent. Very creepy picture, but this picture should let anybody know that these guys are clearly worshiping something. This right here was not an accident. All right, so now we have all these images of people throwing up the devil horns and the 666 sign. You guys, I am on to something, all right? They are all in the Illuminati, clear as day. All right, clear as day. Now, back to you, certified boy lover. Drake has actually had a brief history of being with underage little girls. Now, in Hollywood, we all know that these little girls could be actually little boys. So he can still be technically the certified boy lover, all right? Certified lover boy, aka a guy who touched kids. All right, and Drake swept these stories under the rug. Nobody ever even talks about how Drake has had a history of touching or assaulting kids, all right, these teenagers. I actually have a video already done on this titled Drake Exposed, The Media Controls Everything. Basically talking about, I'd actually have a whole entire video talking about how Drake has a history of trying to get in contact with underage little girls. He even has a video where he kissed a girl on stage. I'm going to briefly touch this topic. Please go watch this video. The link will be in the description box. Go watch this video after you get done watching this. Very good information. I go deeper into the topic of Drake with these younger kids. Like I said, I'm going to briefly touch over this topic. This right here is one of the articles I found about what's up with Drake texting teens. It said both 17-year-old Billie Eilish and 15-year-old Millie Bobby Brown have said that they text with 33-year-old rapper who, what are we to make of this, okay? Drake called creepy after Billie Eilish reveals rapper text her. Why is a 33-year-old man texting girls under the age of 17? That's facts. We have to ask that. Why is a grown man texting these kids? 31-year-old Drake and 14-year-old Millie Brown have a weird relationship. Since meeting last year, their pair's bond has evolved to become a much stranger thing. Apologize. Now, here's a young girl, Bobby Brown, not Bobby Brown, the artist or his son. It's a little girl named Bobby Brown. You see how close he is to this young girl? Here's another story about Drake paid $350,000 to a woman who accused him of a sexual assault. So he paid her under the table. Nobody talks about these stories. Drake got away with murder. He didn't get canceled. You know, nobody never said anything about him. But I had to add those last little stories about Drake real quick. Yeah, so just to finish the topic on this lover boy, basically the occult where they touch kids. They have this infatuation with kids. Before I end the video, I want you guys to watch this quick clip of where Drake kissed this underage girl on stage, and nobody never talked about it, and he never got canceled for it. If this was anybody else, they'll be canceled for this video. Things can happen in 1972, and they'll still ruin your career. Oh, you did this 80 years ago. You're canceled. So briefly watch this video and tell me what you think.
The way your breasts feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
See, I don't know what you guys think about that video, but I think that was wrong. Drake shouldn't have did that. He's a grown man. It's the boy Duane McClain.
Tesla pill in my cup, feel like Elon Musk. These niggas is finished, I'm already up. I'm used to the winning, it's nothing to us. She on my bed, now she got a crash. She popping them pills, they give her a rush. I'm pulling the hair, I bought it, so what? Back in the air, I caught it, so what?